Okay, hi everyone. My name is Filipe Fraga. I work in the Madeira Office Tourism Board. I'm the responsible for the US market, among other markets. And thank you very much for the opportunity, Erica. We are going to have a small trip through Madeira Island today. I hope you enjoy. So, Madeira is a new European destination. Here the sun shines all year round, allowing you to enjoy an extraordinary nature. Despite it's a small island, it's a diversified and complete destination where the whole family meets answers, whether in culture, history and tradition, gastronomy, or in sports on land or at sea. Or you can even enjoy and walk around in our villages and modern cities as well.
Oh, Felipe, we seem to
There
have
is no
lost.
sound.
Can you still hear us?
Sorry,
There
can
we
you
go.
hear me?
Yes, great, thank you.
Sorry, I might clicked. Uh, okay. So, as can you hear me now?
Yes, great, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So, as I was telling, Madeira was recently elected one of the safest European destinations to travel during 2021. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Madeira has been one of the safest destinations in Europe, and now the European safest destinations give us this award. Since July 2020, we reopened our international airport with some procedures installed by the government to protect the inhabitants and tourists. And since then, Madeira has maintained one of the lowest rates of active cases in Europe, which means that is indeed a very good spot and out of the beaten path destination if you are looking for safe destinations, new safe destinations to discover and travel. So where is Madeira? Madeira is in an archipelago composed by 4 islands. 2 of them are inhabited and 2 of them known. We are in the middle of the European continent and the African continent. So if you are traveling from the US to Europe, the average flight time from the East Coast is around 7 hours. And once you are in the European continent, it's very easy to come to Madeira. If you are in Portugal mainland, we have 10 daily flights from Lisbon and Oporto. We are just an hour and 20 minutes away, more or less, from Portugal mainland. But we have direct flights from mainly from several European cities. We have direct flights from London, Paris, Madrid, several cities in Germany, Nordic countries, Poland, Czech Republic. So it's very, very easy to come to Madeira once you are in Europe. I don't know if you are familiar with this program. If you travel with the TAP Portugal, there is a program that is called Portugal Stopover, that you can do a stop in Lisbon or Oporto, but you have to book Madeira as a final destination. You can do a stop in Lisbon or Oporto up to 5 nights, and you will only pay 1 ticket. And you can decide if your stop will be on the outward or return from Madeira Island. So it's always a good way to get to know 2 or 3 different regions from Portugal for the price of only 1 airline ticket. Our climate. Madeira is an all year round destination. Actually, the European people call Madeira the land of the eternal spring because we have a very mild weather. As you can see in this picture, the minimum temperature during the winter time it's around 62 Fahrenheit degrees, and the maximum temperature during the summertime it's around 77 Fahrenheit degrees. So you can take a dip in the ocean from January to January. I can give you my example. When I'm here in Madeira working, my office it's near the beach. Funchal, the capital city that I will show you right after. It's a city. It's a small city, so you can walk around very quick. And in my lunchtime, I can go swim in the ocean, and then I came back to the office, and I have 1 hour to lunch. So you can come to Madeira from January to January. Funchal, like I said, it's the capital of Madeira. As you can see in this picture, Funchal it's like an natural amphitheater, which means that is one of the best spots to pass the New Year's Eve in the world. Actually, we won the prize back in 2006, the prize for the Guinness World Record book as the world's biggest fireworks shows in the world. The Madeiran people are known for the hospitality because Madeira it's the oldest region working in tourism in Portugal, with tourism in Portugal, which means that everybody in the hotels, restaurants and touristic companies can speak English, and we do love to receive people and to get in touch with the strangers that came to visit us. Madeira, it's a cosmopolitan city where you can find a lot of gastronomic experience, historic, cultural experience as well, new hotels, new restaurants, and it's a mix between the old town and the new town, we can say. In these pictures, you are seeing the old town part of the city. It's the historical center and creative hub of the city. Here, the creativity can be found year-round, and you will find a number of restaurants and lots of nightlife that let you experience and feel this part of the city in a different way. As you can see on the first picture, this is like a public beach, so which means that you are in the city center and you can take a dip in the ocean. You are just 5 minutes walking distance away from a beach. Still in the old town, we have several cities that are that is a project that it's named the Painted Doors. That the government invited the local artists to upgrade the doors, converting the streets into an outdoor art gallery. Nearby, you will find the farmers market, our old farmers market, where you can find and feel and smell and taste and see our tropical fruits, our flowers and tropical vegetables as well, our top local fish. So it's always a must place to go when you are in Funchal. Of course, one of the main attractions are the toboggans. It's a unique experience that you can only live here in Madeira, where you will slide from the top of the mountain to the city center in a basket car. Those basket cars were used back in the last century to transport goods and foods from the rich people that lived up in the mountains, and then the animals transported the basket car up again. Nowadays, it's only a touristic attraction. It's a very cool thing to do when you come to Madeira. Our beautiful and tropical gardens in the city center, because Madeira is also known for the variety of gardens and parks, carefully cared and appreciated by the locals as well as the visitors. Our subtropical climate allows the survival of a wide variety of flowers, plants and trees from all over the world. if you are planning to come to Madeira during the summertime, our summertime starts in June until September. You can easily find concerts and outdoor events where you can enjoy good music from local and international artists. We have several international festivals here occurring in the city center during the summertime. It's always a good season to come and visit us. And regarding the accommodation, Madeira offers a wide range of high quality accommodations. 90% of our hotels are 4 and 5 stars, and the options range from refined traditional villas with 20 to 30 rooms that are part of small luxury hotels, until 5-star resort hotels with access to the ocean, to modern design boutique hotels in the city center, to Airbnbs. So there are a lot of different types of accommodation, not only in Funchal, that is the city center, but also you can find in the south coast of the island and even in the north coast. Just a curiosity, the first picture, it's the Belmont Ritz Hotel. That is, it's the first hotel being built in Portugal, dated to 1891, where Sir Winston Churchill used to pass his vacations during the 50s. He used to come here to Madeira to rest and passed his vacations in this beautiful and traditional and glamorous hotel that is the Belmont Ritz Hotel, that it's part of the Louis Vuitton group nowadays. It's a very luxury hotel. Regarding our gastronomy, it's impossible to think about Portugal without think about our food and drink. And here you will find typical food. For example, the local bread that is named bolo do caco, that you can see in the first picture. It's slow cooked with fire. Our traditional seafood and fish. The most typical meat fish is called the espetada, that are cubes of meat stuffed in the laurel stick. Laurel, it's like a part of a tree that gives a flavor to the meat. Our traditional drink, it's the poncha. It's a mixture between, we mixed rum with honey and local typical fruits, as well as lemon and orange. And of course, we don't have only typical gastronomy. We have top cuisine restaurants with international Michelin stars chefs here. You can find 2 restaurants with 2 Michelin stars restaurant in Funchal, in the city center, and you can easily find international cuisine, Mediterranean cuisine, and from all type of the world, not only the typical and traditional gastronomy from Madeira. Of course, our worldwide famous Madeira wine. Just a curiosity, and Madeira has a very strong connection to the US, because I don't know if you know about this, but the celebration of the independence of the US on July 4th, 1776 was celebrated with the toast of Madeira wine. Thomas Jefferson used the Madeira wine to toast upon the celebration of the independence of the United States. So we have a very big connection to the US. The Madeira wine, it's a very exuberant wine. Here you can visit the farms in the north coast and see how we produce the wine, even have lunch at the farm with the food and wine tasting program, or you can visit the wine lodges in the city center where you can feel and taste this centenary wine. They still have wine from 1789 to taste and to sell. It's a very historical wine that you can only find here in Madeira. Regarding the nature, because 2/3 of Madeira is composed by the local forest that is called Laurisilva, that is part of UNESCO. It's World Natural Heritage by UNESCO, which means that that is a protected area. And here you will find stunning and beautiful landscapes, and the forest is about 20 million years old. So wherever you go, you will always see and be surrounded by this beautiful green forest. Uh, and you can, for example, see the sunrise above the clouds. Madeira has a very accentuated topography, so you can be at the sea level in the beach, taking a dip in the ocean, and half hour later you can be 1,900 meters above the sea level. And here you can see this is a unique experience. Imagine that you can go above the clouds and have a breakfast and the sunrise experience. Few hotels have this program, this product. That is a unique experience. I can assure you, once in a lifetime. It's a must experience to do, to be surrounded by this raw nature and have this breakfast literally above the clouds. The main attractions here regarding the outdoor activities are the trekkings. We call levadas. So at the mountains, there are over 2,000 kilometers of water channels with 32 recommended walks where you can walk around into the mountains and be in touch with this untouched nature. And please be aware that we don't have danger animals and wild animals, only birds. So there is no danger to go and to do a trekking. For those without time or energy to see the island's more inaccessible areas, you can do a jeep tour. It's always a good program whenever you are here in Madeira. For the golf lovers, and of course the US travelers are mainly of them are golf players and golf lovers. We have 3 golf courses here in Madeira. One of these golf course, it's the stage of European championships, so it's a very known golf course here in Europe. And now entering in the sea, of course, because Madeira it's an island, we are surrounded by the ocean. You will always find beautiful and unique coastlines with 4 marine reserves. Don't forget that Madeira it's a volcanic island, so we don't have sand beaches, but we do have rocky beaches, and we are famous for our natural volcanic pools and pebble beaches. Pebble is like a volcanic little stone, and wherever when you are at the beach, you will always be surrounded by the mountains landscape. It's a different type of beach for sure. One of the nicest things to do is to go offshore and sailing here in Madeira, to discover the landscapes and the different beaches by the sea. There are private yachts to rent, as well as excursion trips that you can go offshore and discover hidden beaches, and for example go with a chef on board that will cook your meal with local food. It's a very personal and unique experience as well. The Atlantic Ocean, it's the home of a very rich sea fauna. So we do have a lot of whales and dolphins swimming all year round in their natural habitats. It's not in a swimming pool. We call this dolphin and whales our residents because you can easily watch from January to January. For the scuba diving lovers, Madeira, to dive in Madeira is to discover a special underwater world. As I said, we have 4 marine reserves. For the surf lovers, Madeira is considered a surfer's paradise in Europe as well. It's not a very known place, but the people that are starting to come more and more to Madeira to surf our big and good waves. Porto Santo Island. Such a small island, so much to live. This is our neighbor island. It's a totally different island. Madeira, it's a green island. Porto Santo, it's a golden island, as you can see. It's a small golden sand beach island. It's the perfect spot to relax. You can go by plane from Funchal. It's only a 15-minute flight from Funchal, or you can go by ferry boat. It's around 2 hours. For example, if you rent a car here in Madeira and you want to go to Porto Santo and explore the island with your car, you can take the car on the ferry boat. And being in Porto Santo, it's swimming in warm, transparent waters, touching this fine golden sand and being overtaken by its sense of well-being. The climate of Porto Santo, it's more dry than in Madeira, and here you can find good hotels as well. You can go on a day cruise, go in the morning and then come back to Madeira in the afternoon, but you can stay there and discover one of the best secrets of the Atlantic Ocean, I can tell you. There are good hotels and restaurants as well. You can do different activities such as snorkeling, surfing, windsurfing, jeep tours, horse riding on the beach, and you can relax and turn on your flight mode. Regarding the events, Madeiran people is known for the big parties, so we have a very rich calendar of festive events during the year. You will always find parties from January to January, the Christmas and New Year's Eve in December, January, then the Carnival in February, the Flower Festival in April, and March is the celebration of the spring. The Atlantic Festival is the celebration of the beginning of the summer. Every single Saturday night there is a fireworks show at the City Bay. Columbus Festival, it's the recreation of the discovery of the islands, and the Madeira Wine Festival in September, October, where you can live the experience of stepping and picking the grapes. I end here my presentation. I just have to quick video to show you, and then we can go to question and answers. Thank you very much. I can send you afterwards the video and all the content that you need, photographs and more information from Madeira. Here you have my email. So I hope you enjoyed this this flight to Madeira, and I'm here to question and answers. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Felipe, so much. Can I have you answer a couple questions that have come up? First, we have somebody asking, what do you think is the best time of year to go visit Madeira and the best time of year to go visit Porto Santo?
Madeira, as I told you, it's an all year round destination. I might say that January and February are the months that we don't advise, but since March until December, it's always you will find always good weather to come here. I will advise regarding Porto Santo, I will advise to go during the summertime because the weather it's different than in Madeira. So I will advise from June to September. And Madeira, like I told you, you can come from March to December. That for sure you will find always good weather.
Excellent. Can you tell me, do you think people should rent a car or can rent a car, and how is the driving on the roads in Madeira?
I always advise to explore the island with the car. We have new roads, new tunnels, so it's very easy to drive here in Madeira, and you can go from one point of the island, the eastern point of the island, to the eastern point of the island in only one road. So it's very easy to drive here in Madeira. I always advise to rent a car. For those who don't want to rent a car, of course, we have taxis, Ubers, and transfers as well. DMC companies can do you a transfer.
If someone were to go to Madeira for a short trip in conjunction with Lisbon, what would you say is the one thing that they should not miss?
Here in Madeira?
Yes.
That's a good question because people think that, oh, I can go to Lisbon 5 days and then I go to Madeira 3 days. I don't advise that because despite it's a small island, we have so many things to live and do and experience. The thing that I advise you to do here in Madeira, of course, it's to go. It's to have a gastronomic experience. Go and explore our winemakers, our farms, and of course go offshore, rent a boat and go explore the hidden beaches and pass a day, for example, with a chef on board cooking for you and your family. Those would be I think that the two top experience here in Madeira.
And can you just elaborate for travelers that want to go to Madeira right now, what kind of protocols are in place due to COVID?
Right now, to enter in the island, if you are vaccinated or if you had COVID disease in the past 90 days, we have a green corridor, which means that you can enter and go outside the island without doing any tests. But for those who were not vaccinated, they have to present a PCR test upon the arrival with a maximum of 72 hours. And for those that don't bring the test, can do the test here upon the arrival, and the government is paying those tests. And if you are, for example, you arrive in Lisbon, and you are in Lisbon or Oporto for a few days and then want to come to Madeira, we have protocols with different labs that you will not pay the tests, of course. The government is paying as well if you go to those labs that we have protocols, and you can bring the negative result test to Madeira. Right now, the procedures are these.
Excellent. For those who are sending U.S. travelers, since mainland Portugal is not yet open to U.S. travelers, you can get to Madeira via the Azores on the nonstop flights from Boston. I just want to share with you, our website has a number of sample itineraries, which you can see on the screen right now. We can also customize anything for your clients. These are just to give you an idea of all the exciting things there are to do on the island. So Felipe, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope to send everybody on this webinar to Madeira in the next year.
Thank you so much, everyone. You have my contact whenever, if you need anything from Madeira, information, content, photographs, and videos. You can talk also with Erica, and I'm always available for everything that you need. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.